Good morning once again, sports fans. On today's episode of How Much Is Too Much, I'm going to be doing some game room changes. As you can see, my shelves are filling out very quickly. So I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace and found the exact same shelves as this, and someone was giving them away. So I promptly jumped in the car, went and picked those up. So I'm going to be putting those together, and then afterwards I will show you what I picked up through the week when I've been out and about. So enjoy a montage of me trying to build stuff without instructions. Yes, but I've done it many times, so I can do it with my eyes closed now. So yes, enjoy this montage and then join me back here and I will show you what I picked up through the week. So as you can see, I successfully put together some shelves. Now, I need one more shelf. So once again, I'll be scrolling through Facebook and trying to find someone that's giving them away for free and go and take the shelves. I will take the carcass just as spare wood. But yes, I might move these shelves around a little bit so they're in line with this one and the tall stuff can go in the bottom so it all looks level. Do you know what I mean? Yes. But anyway, alas, I managed to procure more shelves. But yes, on to this week's video game pickups. I managed to pick up, what was it, 9 games from a charity shop for just £8.50. Now, and then I did like a subtotal if I went on to CEX, and it was like 20 quid. So charity shops still have bangers. Yes. The first game I picked up was Madagascar, but I did not look in the case, and there is no game. Yes, when you're buying from charity shops, make sure you look in the case. Luckily, it was only 50p. I'm not going to bother taking it back. Like, I've got a spare case. Do you know what I mean? I ain't going to argue for 50p. The next game I picked up was Legend of Guardians on the Nintendo DS. Now, I know if you've been watching my videos that I picked up this last week on the PS2. No, I didn't. I picked it up on the Wii. Yes, I did. So usually I don't pick up the same game twice on a multitude of different consoles, but this week was different. This was 50p, and like, for the sake of 50p, yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Pretty cool. You heard me talk about it last week. You are an owl and you fly around and you attack other birds and beings and you have a nice time and defend your world. Yes, yes, pretty cool. I doubt the graphics are going to be much cop on the Nintendo DS, but it's handheld, so therefore it's automatic fun. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Legend of the Guardian, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. The next game I picked up purely on the basis that I used to play it as a child and it's a top-down game and I didn't like it as a child. So therefore, as an adult, may I like it with such games like Diablo, where it's top down and really cool. Like, does it go along those veins? Yes. It is Underworld, the Eternal War on the PS2. Like I said, it's a top-down, shooty-up, RPG-esque kind of escapade of a game. Like, everyone remembers the Underworld films, they were incredible, and then they brought out a game, and the game I thought was going to be kind of Resident Evil-esque. But yeah, alas, top-down. Pretty cool though. I'm going to play this for half hour, have a look around, see if I enjoy it. Like, top-down games have been popularised due to like Diablo and things and such. So therefore, it might be good again. That's logic. Yes. Underworld. The next game I picked up because it's the glory days of racing, when racing used to be dangerous and cool before all the rules and stipulations came in. Yes. And it is WRC 2 Extreme. Yes, like I said, back in the glory days when everyone was like in the crowd, stood on the road, and you had to weave your way between them. I don't think you have to do that in the game because graphics, but it was still like a cool era. And PS2 racing titles are usually pretty bang on. Do you know what I mean? Like, name a bad PS2 racing title. Yes, the comments will be full, but yes, pretty cool. 9 out of 10. PlayStation 2. Do you know what I mean? Bang on. The next game, once again, PS2 racing title. Really cool. Sort of childhood. Yes. Childhood? Why? You know what I mean. It is Hot Wheels Velocity X. Probably. But yes, Maximum Justice. Ooh, you play as little Hot Wheels cars and you drive around tracks and do loops and get power-ups and have a nice time and really fast. Yes, super excited to play these. I love these kind of games, like half-hour games, once again. Yes, lots of sort of bright colours, takes you back to your childhood memories. That's what I was trying to say. Yes, but yeah, really cool, PS2 title. Like, once again, I believe this was a quid. So it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? The next game, kind of a racing title-ish. You'll see what I mean. It is Smuggler's Run 2. Now, I believe there's only 2 of these, and I don't have the first one. I played the first one when I was a kid, and it was very hard. So I'm going to try and play this again and see how far I get. I can remember doing like the first couple of levels hundreds of times and never being able to make sort of the time bracket, because it's kind of like timed stages. You have to get to this checkpoint, then that checkpoint, then that checkpoint. And I could never do it. But then again, I was 12. So yes, but yeah, PS2 title, really cool. Yeah, super gassed. The next game I thought was incredible. Like, I'd not seen it. And it ain't rare or anything like that. I just didn't know it existed. And this is Peter Pan, the Legend of Neverland. Yeah, how cool is that? Do you know what I mean? Disney games are usually notoriously not very good. From what I can see, it's kind of a Crash Bandicoot kind of game. Do you get what I mean? If you know Crash Bandicoot, it's a lot like this. Or this is a lot like Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, we'll go that way around. But yeah, it's a lot like Crash Bandicoot. You go through levels, sort of a linear path, jump on little things, collect loads of stuff, have a nice time, don't die. Peter Pan. Yes. Plus, cover art, innit? When cover art used to be cool. Before it started getting like minimalistic. Do you know what I mean? Peter Pan. The next game. It got a remaster like a couple of years ago on a multitude of different consoles. But you know me, I like to play video games on their native hardware. So if they was intended for the PS2, that is what I'm playing it on. Yes. And it is Quidditch World Cup. Yes. I'd never played this. Like, I can remember playing like a multitude of different Harry Potter games, and you was flying around and it was very hard. So I assume, hopefully, that they made it a lot easier. Do you get what I mean? Some would call this a sports title, and I don't really like sport titles, but this is minutely different in the sense that you fly around on a broomstick. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, super gassed. Once again, half-hour games. Play it for half hour, have a nice time, put it down, play your games. The next game I picked up, once again, because it was a quid. Now, it isn't my favourite sort of PS2 title kind of thing. Some would say that she was sort of a cheerleader for the PlayStation. I just never got into it. And it is Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary. Now, I would assume this is a remaster remake of the first couple of games. Yes, I can see on the back there is big dinosaurs, and dinosaurs I believe was in number 2. Can't remember. It was 1 or 2. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so it's kind of a remaster, remaking, that's a word now. Yes, of the first couple of games. It's a 9 out of 10 on the PlayStation 2. Once again, it was a quid. So I will play it. Like I say, I play all my games. I have a nice time. I have a lot of time, a lot of spare time. But yes, Tomb Raider Anniversary. The last game I picked up was for the original Xbox. Once again, I'm trying to sort of like bulk out my original Xbox collection. Yes, it was one of my favourite, I would say it was probably my second favourite console of all time. It brings back a lot of nostalgia for me. Yes, when everyone was playing PS2, I bought the original Xbox and played Halo because Halo. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it is Spartan Total Warrior. Yes, like I said, not all these games are bangers kind of thing, but they're really cool. It just shows you can pick up like lots of cheap titles and have a nice time. And if you find anything interesting with the 9 games that I bought out of like, okay, let's say you had £50 and you bought 50 £1 games, but you bought one game for £50, you're going to have more fun with the 50 £1 games than you would ever have with the one game that was £50. And once again, once upon a time, these games were £40, £50, so they were good then. Do you get what I mean? This is all sort of logic. But anyway, more on this game. Yes, you play as a Spartan, you go through levels, kind of God of War-esque, and you beat up lots of ghoulies and bad people, and have a nice time, and take over Rome, I would assume, or somewhere like that. Yes, Spartan, Total Warrior. The last thing I picked up, it might be a dangerous start to a new collection of things. Yes, I haven't built it yet. But yes, very cool. And it is this Gundam suit buildy uppy machine thing. Yes, like I said, this might be the start of a big collection kind of thing. Like, I was in Hobbycraft with the wife and this was on sale, and they're all on sale at the minute, but I believe this was like 9 quid. So I'm going to enjoy building this and putting this together and see if it starts a new dangerous obsession with plastic toys. Yes, as if I don't spend enough money on things. But yes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this shorter, haphazardy kind of messy, roundy kind of video where I alleviate the problem of not having enough shelves and showing you that charity shops still have bangers if you look hard enough. You know, build a relationship with the people that work in the charity shops, and then when you go there, they will say, "Oh, Andrew, I've got just the game for you." And they sometimes hide them in the back, or they just haven't put them out yet, but they think of you and they show you the games. Yes, charity shops are still very cool. Yeah, right. See you in the next one. Peace.